tough loss up here against a good team, and we'll continue to fight hard. And our guys, I can assure you this, that everyone in that locker room, player and coach, is giving everything they have every day. They come out and they practice hard and they work hard, and we're just falling a little short right now, so we'll get it figured out.
And Jim,
Keep working. Oh, sorry. No, that's okay. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not going to belabor the point, but we've had this talk after Stanford and Oregon games before. I mean, where is it that you guys need to get better to beat these level of teams in this conference?
Everywhere. We got to continue to recruit good players and coach them up, and they got to continue to play well and not hurt ourselves with penalties and missed tackles and just everything.
Does any of it ever become a mental thing when you?
No, it does for you guys, but every year it's a new team. We're a new team every year, so it's a different proposition, like I talked about. The only people that harp on the past are really the fans and the media, because it's something to talk about, because it's there and you can't deny it. But players and coaches, regardless of what's happened in the past, you kind of look at each game as a new challenge, a new opportunity. At least that's what, in my 30 years of coaching, that's what I've found to be the case.
Yet this is the level of team that you guys have to beat at some point.
Yeah.
As I guess I just asked, what leads you to believe that you're closer to getting that done?
Because we continue to work hard. I don't know that we're closer, but we weren't closer tonight. So I don't remember saying that I was led to believe that we were closer.
No, I was just asking, was there something, I guess, that you see?
No, I mean, like you said that what leads me. I didn't say that I was led to believe we were
My
closer.
mistake, but I said, is there something you see that leads you?
We're just going to keep working hard. That's all you can do. You go back and you look at everything very critically. You look at yourself first, and there's no magic formula. You just try to, like I said, recruit great players, coach them up the best you can, send them out there and let them play the best they can, and hope you can break through. So it's a long season. It's a tough game. They're a good team. It's hard to go on the road and throw a pick six and have a kickoff return for a touchdown and 9 offensive penalties and 300 yards rushing. Those are tough things to overcome. But like I said, I'm proud of our guys. You guys don't get to see the inner workings. You don't get to see their attitude and how they are in meetings. And they're, like I said, they're giving it everything they've got. I mean, they're giving everything they've got every single day. Everything they've got. Everything, every day. So that's what you have to ask for. That's what you have to demand, and they do it.
How do you fix things mid-season when it's a game like this and it seems like everything is going wrong?
Well, everything didn't go wrong.
When a lot of things go wrong.
Well, like every week's a new game. That's the great thing about sports is, every week you get another opportunity to go out and play again and perform. And you do what you do when you win. You do the same thing you do when you win and you lose. I mean, it's the same thing. There's no difference. At least, my experience has never been different. Is when you win, you go back and you self-evaluate and you find out what you did well and what you can do better. And you apply those things moving forward, and when you lose, you do the same things. You go back and you look and you say, what did we do well, and what can we do better, and you climb and you move forward. So that's how you become consistent. And we're a team that's still developing, and we're trying to overcome some things, and we're working hard to get that done. And like I said, I'm proud of those kids and their attitude and their work ethic and the way they're approaching overcoming some obstacles.
Which I came in a little bit late. You may have addressed this earlier, but your wide receiving core seemed to have some issues tonight. The quarterback had the ball right there. It seemed like quite a few times, and there were quite a few drops that could have kept sustained drops. Was that a key problem in your mind tonight?
No.
It wasn't.
Did Stanford show more explosiveness tonight than you've seen in the past?
I think McCaffrey's a great player, and he's a heck of a player. He's on film. He's the same as maybe a little better in person on film. He's a heck of a player. Very explosive, very fast, very physical, very powerful, elusive, runs hard. I think he's an impressive young man. Really impressive.
A couple of huge rushing games against you in the last 3. What are you kind of assessing the reason for that is at this point?
I said this a couple weeks ago. We're trying to kind of came out of camp with a certain personnel group and guys playing in certain spots and feeling really comfortable with it. We're trying to reorganize and get guys comfortable. Sliding some guys, moving guys around a little bit. Asking Kenny Young to go from Mike to Will. I think on the outside, it looks like it's a pretty easy adjustment, but it's not. It's very different, you know, it's very, very different. So, you know, we're just trying to settle in and, you know, continue to define things for our guys and help them get comfortable, help them, you know, be able to rely on their fundamentals and, you know, slow the game down and keep it simple without being so simple that, you know, you're easy to diagnose. And they'll keep working at it. That's the great thing about these kids. They'll keep working at it.
Having not seen the film, do you get the sense that it's more just, you know, Kenny and other guys learning their roles a little bit better, or maybe something that still needs to change a little bit schematically?
No, it's here's what happens is when things aren't going real well, everyone's looking for like a singular reason, and there's never a singular reason. It's typically, in my experience, having, you know, coached for a while now, it's you get into a situation where you know, on one play it's one thing, on the next play it's another thing. You know, go back to when I was in San Francisco, we were starting, I think, 8 rookies on defense, and it was hard to get through a game with a play where all 11 did it right. When they did, they were really good. And there's just a level of consistency that has to build through time, and that's lacking right now. And so we're working really hard to keep the same guys in the same spot doing the same things, so they can find consistency in their technique and their execution. And it's a challenge right now, but it's a challenge that I see them accepting and stepping up and doing. Like I said, they're working their tail off. They're giving everything they've got every single day. There's no question about that. I'm disappointed for them.
Whoa. Hey Jim, those 2 3rd and 13s, how critical was that? It seems like, whoa. It seems like, you know, there were a couple of big plays at the beginning, but you were
That they got on us.
That you gave up those 2 3rd and 13s on that drive.
Yeah, they're huge. You know, yeah, they're huge. You know, I thought the first one we were going to get a holding call on Deion Hollins, which was interesting. The response I got was rather interesting. But you've got to be able to get off the field on 3rd and long. You've got to be able to stay on the field, and that's been a struggle for us the last couple of weeks. You know, so lost a couple guys tonight. I know you saw that Connor went out with a knee, and then Alex Redmond went out with a hand, and Deion Hollins went out. So we're going to see where they're at.
What's Hollins at?
I'm not positive. I think it's his ankle or knee or something.
What was your assessment of the penalties tonight?
I don't know. I'm not going to comment on officials.
Last one. All right.
How does